Let's talk about some weird goings on. We have this tweet from Tyler Carditis. Tyler is the CEO of Blaze Media, and he says, definitely something bizarre happening with the Twitter algorithm impacting follower counts over the past 24 to 48 hours. A few examples. Tucker Carlson is up 62,000, Rogan 63, Trump Jr. 87, and Ted Cruz is up 51,000. However, by contrast, Rachel Maddow is down 18, Anderson Cooper is down 10, AOC is down 27, Kamala Harris 22, Hillary Clinton 17. What's going on? He goes on to mention Tulsi Gabbard is up, Rand Paul is up, Ilhan Omar is down. Here's my response. So Tucker gained 62,000 followers in half a day. He lost 50 followers yesterday. This is not people coming back. News broke yesterday. Something effed up is happening. Now, a lot of people responded saying, my account was inactive or I just started a new account. If you did not log into your account and then you log in, that's not making a new account. That's not making a new account. You're not all of a sudden now following me for the first time. If you were already following me, you just didn't use your account. It existed. I had the follower.
Correct.
This is new followers on his account. Tell me this. When the news broke yesterday morning that Elon Musk was set to finish this deal with Twitter, why then didn't people sign up? Maybe they said, no, I will only sign up once I hear the news. Okay. Why didn't they sign up at 2:53 p.m. when the news broke that Elon had secured the deal? Why did they wait until the very next day to start signing up? Tucker Carlson lost 50 followers yesterday. He gained 62,000 today. Something does not make sense.
You guys put it in my mind that there's some nefarious stuff going on behind the scenes where they're like, oh, better undo that blacklist algorithm that we had going in secret so that no one finds out. And now it's just, this is the recalibration. I mean, it's total speculation. I have no idea what's happening right now.
Well, I think we have to speculate. And I think the issue is we're not going to be able to understand what's going on until there's someone inside. The Elon Musk team gets in there and asks the questions. And hopefully the records are preserved. The algorithms and what they're doing are preserved, and one can go back and look at, was there shadow banning? How many bots were there? How many of the bots, how many bots were following, a Congress lady or a senator?
Yeah, it's real tempting as a social media network to count the bots as people that are logging in every day. Of those 1 point, how many did you say millions of people log in a day? 10 million? What was
113
it?
113
million. How many of those are bots? Twitter's not going to go out of its way to hunt them down and eradicate them. They're going to let those numbers stand so that they can get a better investment.
Interesting. I want to highlight a few posts though. There's a possibility this is something not nefarious. It's interesting. One person said, no, people are just reactivating their accounts because they want to neener over the meltdowns. Good point. It may actually be that many people deactivated their Twitters and have all reactivated them right now because they want to be on Twitter, but hold on. Someone else said, speaking for myself, I am back for the first time since 2018. My phone number was banned from creating an account until yesterday. So somebody tweeted saying that they were banned until yesterday. Here's another one. Matt FTM says, I was finally just allowed to tweet and use the platform 2 days ago after being permabanned for 4 years. I assume I'm not the only one who was sidelined for having too few followers to make noise. Starting over fresh now, though, and not going anywhere. Several posts, I've seen this. I retweeted someone. A lot of people all of a sudden are saying, I was banned and now I'm allowed back on the platform. So yes, it seems like maybe there's a mix. But here's why I don't think it's just conservatives coming back and reactivating their accounts. It means simultaneously and by perfect physics, the left is deactivating as the right reactivates.
I have seen evidence of that. I went on Facebook for all my friends from LA who are actors out there, and man, they are deleting their Twitters. They are all up in arms about it. I've deleted my Twitter yesterday. I'm done with Twitter.
They are.
No more
Then
Twitter
maybe?
for me.
So they're actually deleting it. They're not just saying they're going to.
What happens
accounts.
if you delete it from your iPhone?
Well, if you delete the app, you still have the account. If you delete your account, that's a different story. That probably removes the follower number.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm wondering how many are actually removing their account. They might not want to be active, but they want to sort of follow.
And Sean King, he deleted his account, but then reinstantiated deactivated it, and then reactivated it later.
All the media reported he deactivated. He was off the platform, and then he came back like, "No, I didn't. I didn't do that." What? He did. So maybe it really is that simple. That the people on the left are like harumphi saying they're leaving, but Elon Musk didn't do anything. But he doesn't even own the platform yet.
They say they're going to Canada, but they never go to Canada.
Yeah.
Right. They'll be back.
I
They'll
wonder
be back.
if we could find out how many of these followers, like Rachel Maddow, Hillary Clinton, it was the same person following all those 5 accounts, and they that one person left, so it looks like 5 followers were lost.
Well, that's why it's not relevant. I'm not adding up all the numbers.
Yeah.
I'm doing them individually. Like Tucker gained 62,000. You think 62,000? So look, I don't buy it. You mean to tell me that yesterday, when the news broke that Elon did this, 50 people were like, "I'm quitting and deactivating my account."
I wonder if he was shadow banned and those people have been trying to follow him, but it never was reflected in the numbers.
Here's one possibility. People on the left follow Tucker Carlson. And so 3,000 leftists quit and 2,950 or conservatives joined. So it's a negative 50 number. Maybe. I don't think the left follows Tucker Carlson because we know this from Vijay Agade. Leftists don't follow conservative journalists. Conservatives do follow left-wing journalists. So it seems unlikely. I look at this. Yesterday, conservatives were deactivating their accounts. I don't buy it. I think people are mentioning they were unbanned for the first time. I think Elon Musk is going to walk in the doors and there's going to be something within the system of Twitter that is so obvious and overtly political bias, they got rid of it. They said, get rid of it. The new guy's coming in, and if he sees that, we're in trouble. And imagine what the press is going to be.
Preserve the evidence.
Well, they have until October to finish the deal.
Yeah, I know. And it's going to be very hard. So
I'm definitely very interested to see what it is. At the very least, this is exposed. What we already knew, and we all already said, and which has been exposed a million times before, but basically that these people are weak and they're cowardly. You know, Twitter was actively censoring conservatives, and conservatives were still staying. It's not even as if Elon has come and said, we're going to instantiate a policy of censoring left-wing people. They've just said they're going to stop censoring conservatives. And they're like, I can't be here for that.
That's the amazing thing people pointed out, that Elon Musk is not saying he's going to wield power against Democrats. He's simply saying Twitter will stop putting the boot on conservatives, and so they're all freaking out.
But liberals, like you said, do not want to read or listen to alternative points of view, even if they're evidence-based.
Yeah.
Conservatives tend to look at a wider cross-section of information. They get blamed all the time for, you only get your news from Fox News. That's the farthest thing from the case, because most everyone I know, and I think you know too, and the evidence bears it out, even by Twitter's own people, conservatives tend to look at other sources of information that are not confirmation bias based.
Yeah, I mean, there have been studies about this that we've talked about before on the show, that conservatives are more likely to understand left-wing positions than left-wingers are to understand conservative positions. But I think it even goes deeper than that. As a very wise left-wing liberal arts major told me when I was in college, when you're used to a position of privilege, equality feels like oppression. Well, that's what's happening to them on Twitter. They're finally getting a taste of some small iota of potential equality somewhere down the line, and they are losing their minds.
So I'm just trying to. We've got breaking news coming in, but man, we got a ton. We got too much going on.
That was
too
brilliant, by the
Tell
way.
me about it.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. So sorry. I was checking important.
He was
Veritas
just saying
information.
a bunch of awesome stuff.
Oh,
Seamus.
thank you.
Oh,
Oh, my
yeah,
gosh, this is
yeah.
my best episode.
Just
Let's stay on this
fire.
topic.
All right, continue.
Well, no, I mean, I was hoping you wouldn't call me out like that. Like I'm out of insights. That's it for the night.
One of the things
no.
you were saying is
Oh, sure.
about conservatism, looking outside the box, kind of taking in about. I think that the scientific method is actually a very conservative function, and it's kind of the basis of modern science. There's other types of science that aren't the scientific method. I don't even know if I can come up with one off the top of my head. But to say, like, it feels like it should be this way, so let's just assume it's going to be like that. That seems like what you would say is the liberal mind right now, unfortunately. Being a little extreme, taking risks, unnecessary risks, violates the entire scientific method, where you just try and disprove yourself and have humility.
Well, it just reminds me of something Secretary Rumsfeld said about the known knowns, the known unknowns, and then the unknown unknowns. Okay, and conservatives tend to be, in my view, more exploratory.
Yeah, I think liberals are driven by emotion.
Well, and we've talked about this. You use this phrase a lot. The left sees that or believes that there is no truth but power. And so it doesn't matter what the actual scientific consensus is on something. It doesn't matter what the evidence says or what makes sense. What matters is what will get me more power, what will get me what I want.
And if something comes up, like in climate science, that challenges their dogma, they attack it. They don't want to understand it. They don't look at the evidence and try to parse it out. They want to attack it, deny it, and go after the person and discredit them.
Yeah, exactly. And even there, whenever they have a statistic that sounds like it would support their case, they completely distort it. So when they say things like 97% of climate scientists agree that humans are responsible in some way for climate change, what they're leaving out is 97% of climate scientists did not say we need a Green New Deal or that the world is going to end in 10 years or that it's catastrophic. But that's all assumed when they say 97% of climate scientists agree with our narrative. But it's not the case.
So Twitter banned ads that go against their narrative on climate change. That's overtly political. The ads themselves aren't gruesome or offensive or objectionable. They're just politically objectionable if you have the wrong opinion. This company was overtly biased. The left just lies and pretends it's not, and they manipulate people and it works. So when I talk to people like Stephen Marsh, for instance, who he was a good dude, came on the show. He's like, oh, I'm just looking at things from above. I'm not on either side. But his worldview is influenced by manipulation and deception coming from the left. And he doesn't even know about things like Joe and Hunter Biden sharing a bank account. It's like, well, you're not in the middle, dude. You're on the left. You're not doing the research. And he's like, I did the research. I'm like, yeah, I get it. You're doing research on like polls and studies. But you didn't know that Joe Biden and Hunter Biden shared a bank account. Now, when I say that, they call me right-wing for saying it when it's a fact, not an opinion. Thanks for checking out this segment from the Timcast IRL podcast. But if you want to check out the full show live, tune in Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. And if you want more special access content, head over to timcast.com and become a member. Your membership helps sustain this company, keep our journalists employed, makes this show happen, and you will get access to exclusive members-only segments of the Timcast IRL podcast, and there's a massive library to check out. So again, go to timcast.com or tune in Monday through Friday at 8 p.m., and we'll see you all there.